弥陀佛，再次的提醒大家，等一下呢，在做自我介绍的时候呢，我们会请第一次来或很久没有来参加同修的同门，请您站起来自我介绍您的法号和来自的国家及道场。如果呢是团体的话，请团体一起站起来。那请你们在自我介绍的时候呢，只要说你的法号和来自的国家及道场就好了，其他就不用多说。好，谢谢大家的合作。 请要做新皈依的同门，请你们到坛城前排练一下，做新皈依的同门。莲金法师会帮你们排练一下。动作快一点了哈，同修就要开始了。真佛东西雅图雷藏寺同修莲花童子本尊法，恭迎真佛宗创办人无上法王根本传承上师圣尊莲生活佛，师母莲香上师，仁波切及上师团，众人虔诚合掌，唱诵莲花童子心咒。齐声问候，师尊好， 师母好，大家好。顶礼坛城，以拜根本传承上师及十方三世一切诸佛。嗡啊吽。恭请法王圣尊莲生活佛升法王座。请师母莲香上师上座。请仁波切诸位上师上座。请教授师法师上座。请讲师助教贵宾同门善信大德就座。依照雷藏寺往常的惯例，请第一次来或很久没有来参加同修的同门站起来自我介绍您的法号和来自的国家及道场。我们先从龙边开始。
请上天竺的同门站起来。师尊、师母、各位上师、讲师。法师，对不起，法师、讲师、助教，还有教授师，大家好。我来自香港上天竺，还有我的同门6位。我法号叫仙人法师，谢谢。
阿弥陀佛，欢迎。请问还有要自我介绍的吗？龙边。
請四方同修會嘅同門，師尊好，師母好。
请伦敦雷上市的同门。师尊师母你好，我是莲花正英，我跟伦敦雷藏寺的同门跟大家问好，
欢迎。
英国真都雷藏寺我几位同门我是莲花汉山希望师尊师母好，大家好，阿弥陀佛，
欢迎。还有吗？龙边。
师尊师母文好，我们印尼来的，好，谢谢师尊，谢谢师母。
印尼的同门，欢迎你们。请问龙边还有吗？
师尊师母大家好，我是来自上海的莲花若园。谢谢，
欢迎。莲花彩莲，
莲花智勇，
新加坡雷藏寺，新加坡是成林藏寺，欢迎。龙边还有吗？
师尊好，师母好，我代表佛林同修会
向师尊师母还有各位上师所有的同门大家问好，谢谢。
欢迎。
师尊师母好，我是来自台湾的中观堂子清师姐、莲花子清，还有淑华师姐跟秀慧师姐跟师尊文安，
欢迎文安。请问龙边还有吗？没有的话，湖边哦，麦克风传过来，谢谢。
那么古德贝，那么布达耶，那么达摩耶，那么僧伽耶。大家好，师尊，我莲花灵音来自美国纽约金刚瑞藏寺，已经有很久没有参加同修，什么同修很感谢能够在此参加同修。那么阿弥陀佛。
欢迎，请问。
师尊师母吉祥，我们是来自新加坡严正堂，我是莲花一小，还有我们13位。
好，欢迎你们新加坡严正堂。还有其他吗？
师尊好，师母好啊！我们是来自香港的普明同修会，我是莲花伟全。
好，香港的同门好，谢谢，欢迎你们。
师尊好，师母好，大家好，我是来自台湾的瑶石金色莲花雪龙，谢谢，
欢迎。
师尊师母大家好，我是来自新加坡，叫瑞华，谢谢，
欢迎。还有吗？
师尊师母好，大家好，我是来自台湾莲圣同修会莲花瑞观，谢谢大家，
欢迎。请问，
阿弥陀佛，师尊师母好，我是台湾雷藏寺莲救法师，在厨房工作，希望师尊赶快回到台湾，不然我会失业。
欢迎您来西雅图常住。
师尊师母好，我是加拿大多伦多北大同修会莲花来花，很高兴来到这里跟大家一起同修。
欢迎。
师尊师母好，我来自巴拿马雄风瑞藏区，我叫莲花锦荣，谢谢大家，谢谢。
欢迎。
师尊师母好，大家好，我是莲花运香，来自西班牙明救同修会，谢谢。
欢迎。还有吗？没有人举手了哈。好，后面还有佛具部。
师尊师母好，我们从印尼的将士阿弥陀佛，大家好。
欢迎。还有吗？我们看到的都是新面孔，但是他们不好意思站起来。那我们也以热烈的掌声欢迎仁波切、世界各地众上师、教授师、法师、贵宾同们善心大德前来参加同修。同修莲花童子本尊法开始。观想真佛宗传承，南无大日如来，南无佛眼佛母，南无阿弥陀佛，南无莲花童子，南无莲生活佛。观想师尊与诸佛菩萨注定放光加持，持莲花童子心咒7遍：Om Guru 莲生悉地 Hom，Om Guru 莲生悉地 Hom，Om Guru 莲生悉地 Hom，Om Guru 莲生悉地 Hom。Om Guru 莲生悉地 Hom，Om Guru 莲生悉地 Hom，Om Guru 莲生悉地 Hom。做4无量观，观想右手边有父系亲人，左手边有母系亲人，后方有恩人师长，前方有冤亲债主，四周有6道众生团团围绕，同修密法，共成佛道。 做经行手印。
Awakening mudra.
念清净咒及安土地真言。唵修利修利玛哈修利修修利手哈。唵。
Recite invocation mantra. The Holy Red Crown Vajra Master, His Holiness Living Buddha Lian-Sheng. The Holy Red Crown Vajra Master, His Holiness Living Buddha Lian-Sheng. The main deity of the group practice, Namo Padmakumara. The main deity of the group practice, Namo Padmakumara. The main deity of the group practice, Namo Padmakumara. Namo Vairukana Buddha at the center. Namo Akshobha Buddha to the east. Namo Amitabha Buddha to the west. Namo Ratnasambhava Buddha to the south. Namo Amoghasiddhi Buddha to the north. Namo Sakyamuni Buddha. Namo Medicine Buddha. Namo Golden Mother of the Primordial Jade Pond. Namo Siddhigarbha Bodhisattva. Namo Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva. Namo Manjushri Bodhisattva. Namo Maitreya Bodhisattva. Namo Vajrasattva. Namo Guru Padmasambhava. Namo Mahajundi Buddha Mother. All Herukas, Dhammapalas, Dakinis, and divinities, all Buddhas of the 3 times in the 10 directions, all Bodhisattvas and Mahasattvas, Namo Maha Prajna Paramita. Great homage using visualization, first to Root Guru and all Buddhas. Visualize for prostrate on the ground, release the mudra. Second to all Bodhisattvas. Visualize for prostration on the ground, release the mudra. Third to all Herukas and Dhamma protectors. Visualize for prostration on the ground, release the mudra. Fourth Hepa. Great Mandala offering. From the offering mudra, visualize the transformations of the offerings. To transform, to become innumerable, to fill the whole cosmic space. Make the offering above the lineage root guru, all the lineage gurus, the main deity, Padmakumara, all Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, Herukas, Dhammapalas, Dakinis, and divinities, and below to all sentient beings. Recite the offering verse and mantra. Mount Meru, 4 continents and sun and moon, transform into precious offerings for the Buddhas. May these wondrous treasures and merits purge our karma to allow for civilization. For fourth refuge, visualize our lineage root guru, all the lineage gurus, Buddha jewel, Dhamma jewel, and Sangha jewel to form bright white light to empower us. Recite the mantra.
Namo Buddhaye, Namo Dhammaye, Namo Sankhyaye. Namo Gurupe, Namo Buddhaye, Namo Dhammaye, Namo Sankhyaye. Namo Gurupe, Namo Buddhaye, Namo Dhammaye, Namo Sankhyaye.
Armor protection. Form Vajraklapsa mudra. Recite Vajrapani mantra 7 times.
Om Bodhilanjali, Om Bodhilanjali, Om Bodhilanjali, Om Bodhilanjali, Om Bodhilanjali, Om Bodhilanjali. 念高往观世音经。
Recite High King Guan Yin Sutra, first the invocation of the 8 great Bodhisattvas.
Namo Mila Pusa Mohasa, Namo Shui Kong Chan Pusa Mohasa, Namo Huxian Pusa Mohasa, Namo Jinggang Shou Pusa Mohasa, Namo Miao Ji Xian Pusa Mohasa, Namo Zhu Gai Zhang Pusa Mohasa, Namo Di Zhang Wang Pusa Mohasa, Namo Zhu Zhun Pusa Mohasa. 观世音菩萨，南无佛，南无法，南无僧， 佛国有缘，佛法相依，常乐我净，有缘佛法。南无摩诃般若波罗蜜是大神咒，南无摩诃般若波罗蜜是大明咒，南无摩诃般若波罗蜜是无上咒，南无摩诃般若波罗蜜是无等等咒。南无金光秘密佛，法藏佛，狮子吼神足幽王佛，佛告须弥灯王佛，法护佛，金刚藏狮子游戏佛，宝胜佛，神通佛，药师琉璃光王佛，普光功德山王佛，善住功德宝王佛，过去七佛，未来贤接千佛，1500佛，万五千佛，500花胜佛，100亿金刚藏佛，顶光佛，六方六佛名号，东方宝光月殿月妙尊音王佛，南方树根花王佛，西方照王神通烟花王佛，北方月殿清净佛，上方无数精进保守佛，下方上济月音王佛，无量诸佛，多宝佛，释迦牟尼佛，弥勒佛，阿弥佛，弥陀佛，中央一切众生，在佛世界中者，行住于地上，即在虚空中，自由于一切众生，各领安稳休息，昼夜修持，心常求诵此经，能灭生死苦，消除诸毒害。南无大明观世音，光明观世音，高明观世音，开明观世音，药王菩萨，药上菩萨，文殊师利菩萨，普贤菩萨，虚空藏菩萨，地藏王菩萨，清凉宝山亿万菩萨，普光王如来化圣菩萨，念念诵此经，七佛世尊即说咒曰：尼婆尼婆地，求呵求呵地，陀罗尼地，尼诃那地，毗尼尼地，摩诃迦地，真人称地，娑哈。尼婆尼婆地，求呵求呵地，陀罗尼地，尼诃那地，毗尼尼地，摩诃迦地，真人称地，娑哈。尼婆尼婆地，求呵求呵地，陀罗尼地，尼诃那地，毗尼尼地，摩诃迦地，真人称地，娑哈。尼婆尼婆地，求呵求呵地，陀罗尼地，尼诃那地，毗尼尼地，摩诃迦地，真人称地，娑哈。尼婆尼婆地，求呵求呵地，陀罗尼地，尼诃那地，毗尼尼地，摩诃迦地，真人称地，娑哈。尼婆尼婆地，求呵求呵地，陀罗尼地，尼诃那地，毗尼尼地，摩诃迦地，真人称地，娑哈。尼婆尼婆地，求呵求呵地，陀罗尼地，尼诃那地，毗尼尼地，摩诃迦地，真人称地，娑哈。十方观世音，一切诸菩萨，誓愿救众生，称名悉解脱。若有智慧者，应请为解说。但是有因缘，读诵口不错，诵经满千遍，念念心不绝。火焰不能伤，刀兵力摧者，贿赂生欢喜，死者变成佛。莫言只是虚，诸佛不忘说。高往观世音，能救诸苦厄。临危急难中，死者变成佛。诸佛语不虚，是故应顶礼。持诵满千遍，众罪皆消灭。后福坚信者，专攻受此经。愿以此功德，普及于一切。诵满1000遍，众罪皆消灭。高往观世音经中，念7遍往生咒。
Deliverance mantra 7 times.
多他伽多耶，多德亚他，阿弥尼多波比，阿弥尼多舍当波比，阿弥尼多比迦南德，阿弥尼多比迦南多，迦弥尼迦迦那，智多迦尼娑哈。南无阿弥陀佛耶，多他伽多耶，多德亚他，阿弥尼多波比，阿弥尼多舍当波比，阿弥尼多比迦南德，阿弥尼多比迦南多，迦弥尼迦迦那，智多迦尼娑哈。南无阿弥陀佛耶，多他伽多耶，多德亚他，阿弥尼多波比，阿弥尼多舍当波比，阿弥尼多比迦南德， 阿弥尼多比迦南多，迦弥利卡迦那，最多迦尼娑哈。南无阿弥陀佛耶，多他迦多耶，多得亚他，阿弥尼多佛比，阿弥尼多舍当佛比，阿弥尼多比迦南得，阿弥尼多比迦南多，迦弥利卡迦那，最多迦尼娑哈。南无阿弥陀佛耶，多他迦多耶。多得亚他，阿弥尼多佛比，阿弥尼多舍当佛比，阿弥尼多比迦南得，阿弥尼多比迦南多，迦弥利卡迦那，最多迦尼娑哈。南无阿弥陀佛耶，多他迦多耶，多得亚他，阿弥尼多佛比，阿弥尼多舍当佛比，阿弥尼多比迦南得，阿弥尼多比迦南多。迦弥利卡迦那，最多迦尼娑哈。南无阿弥陀佛耶，多他迦多耶，多得亚他，阿弥尼多佛比，阿弥尼多舍当佛比，阿弥尼多比迦南得，阿弥尼多比迦南多，迦弥利卡迦那，最多迦尼娑哈。首节根本传承上师莲花童子手印。
Form our lineage root guru Padmakumara's mudra. First, empty your mind. Recite the Sunyata mantra.
Om Sopawa Sutta Sawatama Sopawa Suttohang. Om Sopawa Sutta Sawatama Sopawa Suttohang. 观想一个湖，光明如镜。湖的中央
Visualize a mirror-like lake. At its center, there's a tall mountain. At the peak of the mountain, there's a lotus throne, and on top of it, a seed-syllable home. Home revolves to become our lineage guru, the white Maha Padmakumara, standing on top of the lotus throne. The white Maha Padmakumara looks majestic and perfect like a Buddha. His celestial garments are fluttering in the breeze. His whole body radiates rays of precious lights. To his right are all the Buddhas of the past. To his left are all the bodhisattvas, sages, and sangha, and the lineage gurus are all around him. Below his Dharma throne, there are the 4 heavenly kings and protectors. Visualize at the lineage root guru's brow point, there's an Om syllable radiating a ray of brilliant white light shining onto our own brow point. This is the light of the mirror-like wisdom, eradicating our 5 aggregates and the 8th consciousness into nothingness. Lineage root guru's throat chakra, there is an Ah syllable radiating a ray of brilliant red light shining onto our own throat chakra to eradicate all of our desire and greed, to become the light of the great wisdom. Lineage root guru's heart chakra, there is a Hom syllable radiating brilliant blue light shining onto our own heart chakra to subjugate all of our ignorance and transform it into nothingness. Then visualize the lineage root guru and the 3 jewels together radiating the 5 rainbow lights upon our whole body, eradicating our karmic transgressions and hindrances and all karma since beginningless of time to become smoke and to be expelled through our skin's pores and dissipate in the thin air. Our whole body becomes crystal clear, transparent, and emit light, and we feel peace and ease. Then visualize at Padmakumara's top of his crown and our own central channel, and the lotus at our heart chakra opens. There is a moon disk on top of the lotus, and there is a home syllable on top of the moon disk radiating light. Then the Padmakumara on top of our head becomes like a drop of rice, a drop of light the size of a rice, and it enters into our central channel and seated onto our heart chakra. In a split of a second, we become Padmakumara, and we are inseparable from. Recite that mantra 108 times, first perform mala visualization.
持咒 Om Guru Lian-Sheng Siddhi Hom 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 Om Guru Lian-Sheng Siddhi Hum. 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 做9节佛风，有三
Perform 9 cycle Buddha breathing, enter into samadhi.
加持八大本尊心咒及念佛。
Recite the heart mantras of the eight principal deity in Ken Buddha Dhamma.
Om Padnamo Ling Do Ling Soha. Om Ha 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 Wei Samoye Soha. Om Jali Juli Jun Ti Soha. Om Jambala Chalang Chalaye Soha. Om A Hom Beza Guru Pe Ma Sidi Hom Se. Om A Hom Guru Pe Aha Sasamaha Lian-Sheng Sidi Hom. 第二塔 Om 贝卡兹呀贝卡兹呀玛哈贝卡兹呀拉扎萨摩卡德黑梭哈。南无36万亿11万9500同名同号阿弥陀佛。南无36万亿11万9500同名同号阿弥陀佛。南无36万亿11万9500同名同号阿弥陀佛。加练救瘟疫度母心咒21遍。
Recite the mantra of the Tara to dispel plague and epidemics 21 times, praying to the lineage root Guru to dispel all calamities so that all the sentient beings can attain peace.
Om Tara Tu Tara Tura Namo Hara Hara Hom Hara Soha. Om Tara Tu Tara Tura Namo Hara Hara Hom Hara Soha. Om Tara Tu Tara Tura Namo Hara Hara Hom Hara Soha. Om Tara Tu Tara Tura Namo Hara Hara Hom Hara Soha. Om Tara Tu Tara Tura Namo Hara Hara Hom Hara Soha. Om Tara Tu Tara Tura Namo Hara Hara Hom Hara Soha. Om Tara Tu Tara Tura Namo Hara Hara Hom Hara Soha. Om Tara Tu Tara Tura Namo Hara Hara Hom Hara Soha. Om Tara Tu Tara Tura Namo Hara Hara Hom Hara Soha. Om Tara Tu Tara Tura Namo Hara Hara Hom Hara Soha. Om Tara Tu Tara Tura Namo Hara Hara Hom Hara Soha. Om Tara Tu Tara Tura Namo Hara Hara Hom Hara Soha. Om Tara Tu Tara Tura Namo Hara Hara Hom Hara Soha. Om Tara Tu Tara Tura Namo Hara Hara Hom Hara Soha. Om Tara Tu Tara Tura Namo Hara Hara Hom Hara Soha. Om Tara Tu Tara Tura Namo Hara Hara Hom Hara Soha. Om Tara Tu Tara Tura Namo Hara Hara Hom Hara Soha. Om Tara Tu Tara Tura Namo Hara Hara Hom Hara Soha. Om Tara Tu Tara Tura Namo Hara Hara Hom Hara Soha。请大家齐念，请佛注释祈愿文。
Recite the supplication to the Buddha to stay in the Saha world. I pay homage and supplicate His Holiness the Virtuous Honorable Tantrika, all Buddhas with the 10 directions of the Buddha lands, all Bodhisattvas who are full of compassion toward all beings, all Herukas, Dhammakas, Dakinis, protectors of Dharma. The nights are long, the 3 poisons are proliferating. My body and soul are shrieking, tumbling in the misery of perpetual rebirth. With great compassion, His Holiness came to this world to salvage deluded ones. 3 jewels eminent wonders light to provide refuge for all. All fortunate beings, human and devas, rely on His Vajra body for the bestowal of teachings, vows, precepts, empowerments, and attainments. We disciples of Buddha plead that you stay in this world to turn the Dhamma wheel, to benefit and give happiness to multitude sentient beings. Recite the mantra of longevity Buddha 108 times and dedicate the marriage to the health and longevity of our lineage Guru.
Om Amaroli Juvendi Soha. 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 Om Amaroni Juvendiye 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 Soha. Om Amadoni Zuandiye 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 Soha. 回向
Let a dedication. May all uphold His Holiness Dharma, salvaging the true Buddha sect, salvaging sentient beings. One mantra, one is to be reborn into the Maha double lotus ponds. The 18 Padmakumaras emanated the supreme rare secret. Now I practice the universal offering, making the greatest vows, praying that I can be reborn to the Buddha land. We pray for the greatest blessings from our lineage root Guru to bestow the empowerment of the lotus born, expansive and perfect to attain self-mastery, delivering self and others to the Buddha ground. May all uphold the Buddha, ascend the realm utmost place, reaping powerful genesis while about aiding those in the three realms below. Upon seeing the Buddha, may we transcend life and death like the Buddha, may we liberate all. We wish that our lineage root Guru stay healthy, live a long life, continually stay in samsara to turn the Dharma wheel. Inviting His Holiness to perform the overall merit dedication. Wholeheartedly we pay homage to Vairocana Buddha. Wholeheartedly we pay homage to Buddha Lokana. Wholeheartedly we pay homage to Amitabha Tathagata. Wholeheartedly we pay homage to Padmakumara. We pray to Padmakumara to guide the Bardo spirits to be reborn into the pure Buddha lands. We pray to Padmakumara to eradicate the karmic sicknesses of all participants. We pray to Padmakumara to bestow ample resources and sufficient wisdom and perfect harmony. That in our spiritual cultivation, we pray to Padmakumara and the secret Yidam, Guru Padmasambhava, to bestow the greatest blessings upon all of us. May our inner tantric practices, we have attainments in our inner fire, tummo practice, in the powa practice, in the pure light practice, in the sleep and dream yoga practice, and in the transference of consciousness practice. We pray that we have attainments in the Shravakahood, Bodhisattvahood, Prateka Buddhahood, and in the Kriya Yoga, in the Upa Yoga, in the Yoga Tantra practices. We pray that you bless us, that we have attainments in the Maha Yoga practices, Anu Yoga practices, and Ati Yoga practices. We pray to Guru Padmasambhava and Padmakumara to bless all participants, that may we have attainment in the Cheche practices, in the Dokva practices, Takcho. May all participants, under the blessings of the deities, would together attain the Buddha path. To abide in the non-returning positions and to deliver sentient beings. To Vairocana Buddha, Buddha Lokana, Amitabha Buddha, Padmakumara, gods in heavens, gods on earth, may we be far from all calamities, may all calamities abandon us. Let all disasters turn into dust, may all of our prayers be granted in perfection. May all hindrances and obscuration be dispelled. May all enemies and enmities disappear. Recite 100 syllable mantra 3 times.
Ha 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 Bhagavan Sawa Tathagata Pecamami Mansa Pecabawa Mahasamaya Sato Ahom Pe Om Peca Sato Samaya Manupanaya Peca Sato Tenu Padicha Cito Me Pawa Soto Kayo Me Pawa Sobo Kayo Me Pawa Analato Me Pawa Shawa Hasiti Me Puraya Sa Shawa Gama Sutame Chitamu Siniyan Guru Hom Ha 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 Bhagavan Sawa Tathagata Pecamami Mansa Pecabawa Mahasamaya สัตโตอาหมเพอมเปจะสัตโตสัมมายามานุปานายาเปจะสัตโตเตนุปานิชาเจโจเมปาวาสุตโตคายเมปาวาสุภุคายเมปาวาอนุรัตโตเมปาวาชาวาสิติเมปุรายะชาชาวากามาสุจเมจิตามุสียันกุรุหมฮะฮะฮะฮะเฮปะกาวันสาวาตถาคตาเปจะมามิมันชาเปจะปาวามหาสมายาสัตโตอาหมเพ做观想大礼拜，以拜根本传承上师及十方三世一切诸佛。嗡啊吽，观想顶礼，回天心散印，二拜诸菩萨。嗡啊吽，观想顶礼，回天心散印，三拜诸护法金刚。嗡啊吽，观想顶礼，回天心散印。是平等于其手，念圆满咒。Om Brin Om Brin Om Brin Om Mani Padme Hum。让我们以最热烈的掌声感谢根本传承
Now
上
let's
师
give the greatest round of applause to show our utmost gratitude to our lineage root Guru for blessing this group practice.
祭献哈达，
The offering of Hatha.
请大家恭敬合
Let
掌。
us now join our palms with reverence.
请释莲琴上师代
And
表
we would like
全
to
体
invite
弟子，向
Raja
法王
Master
圣尊
Si
莲
Lian-Sheng
生活佛
to
请法，
represent all of
恭
us
请法王圣尊莲生活佛
to
法
present
语
the
开
offering of
示，
Hatha
以
to the
表
lineage
最
root
崇
Guru
高敬意。
as a symbol of the highest honor.
请大家再次虔诚恭敬合掌，恭请法王圣尊莲生活
Let's once
佛
again
做
join
宝
our
贵的
palms with
法
reverence,
语
and together we are
开示。
inviting His Holiness to bestow the precious Dharma teaching.
我们首先敬礼禅
First, let's pay homage to the lineage gurus,
敬礼了明和尚，
homage to the Venerable Monk Liao Ming,
敬礼萨迦真，
homage to Master Sakya Zhengkung,
敬礼16世
homage to His Holiness the 16th Karmapa,
敬礼图登达，
and homage to Master Dubdan Darji.
我们敬礼坛城三宝，
Homage to the three jewels of the altar.
今天同修的本尊，
Homage to the main deity of the good practice tonight, Padmakumara.
师母
Sumu,
图登西地，
Tutan Siti,
丹真嘎咒，
Tanzan Kazo,
各位上师，
all Dharma masters, Dharma educators, Dharma teachers, Dharma lecturers, Dharma assistants, directors of temples and chapters, and all disciples present here and over the internet.
今天我们与会的贵宾
Our participating VIPs tonight are
瑞典兼挪威，
the Taipei rep to Sweden and Norway, Ambassadors Dongzhou Liao's wife, Dharma Sister Judy,
台湾雷藏寺公关主任
PR director of the Buddha School Taiwan Temple, Dharma Brother Fermi Wang,
苏国英女士，
Miss Janet Su, accountant to True Buddha Foundation, Dharma Sister Teresa, Dr. Zhou Heng from England, Dr. Zhang Xinli, and Dharma Sister Wan Pei Pei. And many more VIPs who did not register themselves. So good evening, everyone. How do you do? So the annual Spring Blessing ceremony has passed, and today is the Lantern Festival, which is the 15th of the Chinese New Year. It's about to pass as well. This past half month, I personally live my days in dreams and illusions, just like dreaming. And just now on this Dharma throne, I almost entered into the realm of the sleep and dream. Human life is like this. It's just dream. It's just a dream, an illusion. It passes like that. Although you are stumbling in this dream, and it feels like it is also existences, you know, that in this entrancement something seemed to exist, some seem to be quite a mirage. Like the other day, Grandmaster wore a huge diamond, and afterwards I kept it at a safe place. Don't dare to wear it again. That the interesting thing is, when we ended the ceremony, in the space, in the sky, there were so many dakinis and so many deities, and they showered hills. You know, the hailstones fell from the sky, and they were like diamonds, many, many diamonds. You found it. Perhaps you thought that's how the weather was. At the beginning, there wasn't any rain. It was not so cold that day either. Yet they showered the hailstones, the hills, and all the deities and dakinis who attended the ceremony give us that showers of hailstones. I extended my hands and caught some, and actually they were diamonds. That as the ceremony was ending, that it was a truly auspicious omen to be showered by either rain or hails or hailstones. We say that in Seattle, it's a rain city. It's a rain city. I've written a book about the winter rain in Seattle. That the rain is non-stop in the winter time. That before the ceremony for 2 months it's been raining. There was no clear days at all. It had been raining for 2 months, and it was better for during the day of the ceremony, and also during the day tour. Did you feel that when we went to the zoo, you've been here for many days, and you know that that was the only day when we had clear blue sky. And prior to that, for 2 months, it's been raining. And for the day of the ceremony, it was better. But on that Sunday, it was completely clear blue sky with the sun shining. And then afterwards, until today, it's also been raining. So of these many days, it was only on that Sunday when we went to the zoo for the animals to see us, an aquarium. Only on that day, it was a nice, clear day. So think about it. That among all this, something is going on. But it's no big deal. I'm always like that. Was there anyone went to Cambodia with me to go to the Angkor Wat? So people who raised their hands went. When we went to visit Angkor Wat, during that trip, when I was walking on the ground, it was clear sky. Wherever we visited, when I was walking on the ground, it was clear day. But as soon as I got on the bus, then it would start to rain. And then when we get to the next point, then it cleared up again. And when we got on the bus, it rained again. So the tour guide said it never happened to him before. So that's why the tour guide also took refuge. When we got to the most important point of interest, there were even rainbow circles around the sun. It's often like that. Actually, I didn't feel that I'm very holy and sacred, like a sage. A sage in Chinese sounded like Shen Fa Si, like a Nirmanakaya Buddha. No, I'm just very ordinary. It's just that every day I chant hiking Kuan Yin Sutra without breaks. Every day I'm in union with Amitabha Buddha to practice the I enter and enter me, the oneness visualization, that I became Amitabha Buddha. And next to me, they are Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva and Mahastama Prapta Bodhisattva. So Amitabha, Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva and Mahastama Prapta Bodhisattva, that's in front of me. And then I become Amitabha Buddha, and next to me, Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva and Mahastama Prapta Bodhisattva. And I even had the vision that the willow branch sprinkling the nectar water upon me. And then the lotus bud being held by Mahastama Prapta Bodhisattva would radiate light upon me. And then the lotus throne on the hand of Amitabha Buddha would fly so that I can stand on it. So I would do this homework every day, most importantly, and also chant hiking Kuan Yin Sutra. And every day I would write my book. And then I would drive and driving Simu to come to the Seattle temple. And while I'm driving, I would chant the hiking Kuan Yin Sutra. And I never skip a day. Not only at this time, when I'm doing any work, I'm also chanting the hiking Kuan Yin Sutra. It's continuing to cycle. But the strange thing is, whatever I say, it would come. It's just like for the seasonal flu, I knew that the flu virus went into my body. And for me, I never took any medicine and didn't go see the doctor, but I knew that the virus went into my body. So I used my own ways. Before bed, I would open a bottle of wine and drank, and then cover myself with blanket and slept. And in the middle of the night, I would sweat. And when I got up, I showered and changed clothes. Then it did not affect me. The seasonal flu, I never wear any mask, and now many of you still wear mask. And as soon as I said that, wow. Now I need a wine cabinet to store all this wine. The wine naturally came. And I said, we are about to do the Ishi-Chogar ceremony, and she was a queen. So she had lots of jewelries, and I was thinking that I should have some jewelry to signify the jewelries of Ishi-Chogar. And sure enough, the 33 carat came. Before Guru Padmasambhava was about to leave, when Ishi-Chogar made offering to Guru Padmasambhava, she sprinkled gold dust 7 times and sprinkled them to the sky as an offering to her own Guru. So 7 fistful of golden dust. That's about half a kilo, perhaps. And I said, since I am performing the Ishi-Chogar ceremony, I should have half a kilo of gold dust. And yesterday, someone offered this half kilo of gold. So yesterday, someone gave me this half kilo of gold. It's very heavy hanging on my neck. So it became something like whatever your heart desires, it would come. Therefore, I cannot have any thought or desire. Like when I said Guru Padmasambhava had at least the 5 great consorts. One was Ishi-Chogar, second was Mandarawa, third was Sakyadevi, fourth was Kalasidi, and fifth was Tashi. They were the 5 great Buddha mothers. And there were at least 20 Buddha mothers who had some attainments, and there were more with smaller attainments, and the 25 ministers who had attainments too. So I shouldn't think as I like. Otherwise, these Buddha mothers would all come and appear. So I shouldn't just think as I want. I need to keep like Ishichogar, sprinkle the 7 fistful of gold dust as offering to Guru Padmasambhava. And the greatest jewel on Ishichogar was also 33 carats. When I was thinking of the 33 carat diamond, sure enough it came, and I didn't even have time. I didn't have any place to hide it. I had to keep it at the safe deposit box at the bank, because that was really too expensive. Someone made it for me. And I was thinking, sprinkling 7 fistful of gold dust, and how come nobody made offering of gold to me? And yesterday, sure enough, someone made this already for me. And later I also have to keep it at the bank's safe deposit box. This is a lot cheaper. This is about 20,000 US dollars. Nowadays, 1 kilo is about 46,000. Gold price has risen now because of the SARS brother. And the stock market kept coming down, but the price of the gold keeps rising. And just now we also chanted for those. We hope that the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas give their blessings, and also the Tara who dispels plagues and epidemics, so that the Wuhan's coronavirus epidemic can subside soon. But according to what I know, this is also related to karma. But no matter what, we hope that it will subside. Actually, the Wuhan virus also had some contribution to the society. The first one is that the Hong Kong riot stopped. Nowadays, there are only small riots. So that's their contribution to Hong Kong. And also the uprising in France that had lasted for over 60 weeks because of Wuhan Chinese woman also stopped. And also the intense battles in the Middle East, that wars was about to ignite, it stopped suddenly. So no more wars. The only thing in the news now is the Wuhan coronavirus. And things that could not be controlled by the Minister of Education about like tutorings and all the secondary now it all stopped by themselves. So even Taiwan, all the schools opening were delayed. Like Yiting and Wang Ping that were about to leave, that were planning to leave, now stayed in Seattle till the end of the month. And all the high officials and the haves all would have great banquets and always eat luxuriously, you know, in the restaurants, and now they just eat porridge at home. And even the owners of the Shanghai restaurant told us that all of a sudden they have no customers. In Seattle, what happened? So people don't dare to go to the restaurant to eat, so they save their money instead. And all of a sudden, in half of China, there's this harmonious family life that rarely happened before, that husband and wives accompanying each other day and night. And all of a sudden the family life is nice and harmonious. See, that's the contribution of Wuhan. Nowadays there are no thieves. Why? Because there are no one on the streets to steal from. If they want to steal from the houses, there are people inside all houses. So there's nothing to steal except face masks. Nothing. That nobody on the streets. What can you steal? And if they want to steal from the houses, everyone is in the house. Only steal the face masks from those buying face masks on the street. And now nobody can get out of the house. They're laying on beds, nothing to do. So this year, December to about January, February, March, there will be many, many babies. So there are still merits to this Wuhan coronavirus. So here we chant the mantra of this Tara who dispel plagues and epidemics. And Grandmaster also had a worry, but good thing something appeared in my brain. Who knows that this kind of coronavirus As you know about the seasonal flu that exists every year. That the medical field would try to predict if it's the A virus or the B virus of the flu, and they would make the vaccinations to prevent it. But if they guess wrong, then many people would suffer from it. And the Wuhan coronavirus it's possible that it would become, it's just possible that it would become the seasonal flu, that become an epidemic. So it's possible that every year it would appear that it would become like something like the seasonal flu that would happen every year. So this would be like a huge disaster for humanity. Like to become an influencer. So everybody should learn the spirit of Grandmaster. Grandmaster dare to say it because in me there are many miracles. That's why I dare to go to Wuhan. To give them blessings one by one. I have such faith. In Taiwan's year, this year I'm 76. So by going there, even if I sacrifice my life, it's fine because I'm content to live, to have lived to be this age. I am very content already. Sito, are you of the Manchu descent? No, it's Han tribe. And from the Harbin, Lian-Yin is is a Manchurian. Are you from Liaoning? My mother is Manchurian, but my father is Han. So Manchurian is the Aishin Guru. It's the dynasty of the royalty of the Manchurian kingdom. So I'm content. And there are many miracles. I've seen many miracles. Even if I sacrifice myself, I'm just going back to my original place. So in the salvation of sentient beings, you should have such spirit to sacrifice yourself.
我是认为这样子的啊，所以莲花童子啊，是来救度众生的。
So Padmakumara is to salvage sentient beings.
而且我家里我最近跟很多的同门超度。
And at my home recently, I bardu deliver lots of people bardu deliver, and many disciples told many of their people that if you want to be reborn in the Pure Land, go find Grandmaster Lu. And I know that at my home there are many unfamiliar guests to come to my house, and every day I have to perform protection of Simu's bedroom, my room, and also Simu's room. And some are hiding inside the fridge, because when they just died, they were also refrigerated in the funeral home. Whenever I walk by the fridge, the refrigerator would make the sparks, and they would ran away from me because I was too bright. And they were the laundry room, and all the cabinets would tremble because they were hiding inside, because they were outside, and then they were trying to hide into the cabinets, and the cabinets would make sound. And actually, I lowered my curtain halfway. It's electronic curtains for my windows, and one of them would get stuck. And then I told them, close it. And then it would fall down. It would fall down. And it's surprised me. I asked them to close it, but it fell down all of a sudden. So it surprised me too. And when I walk into the bathroom, they also move very fast. And the cover of the toilets too would move, would tremble. And Simu's toilet, even without people around, it would still flush by itself. That's her toilet. There were many these strange incidents at my house. So I don't dare to keep things in my house because sometimes they would move it around. In my room, things like that happen. It was over here for sure, and now they moved it somewhere else. Every time I meditate, in just a short moment, the policeman came, the policeman who killed himself. As I said before, he wore the very heavy leather shoes that were worn by policemen and soldiers. all the way to my side and then walked away. And eventually, Bardu delivered the policeman, and then the high heel came. Of the disciples, there were many female disciples who wear high heels. But most of them were old women. Most of them, but eventually a beautiful lady came, so I felt really good. I am very kind to female ghosts, beautiful ghosts. And I told them, oh, just stick around longer. But for the old ladies, just deliver them as soon as I can. And the beautiful ghosts. And when I composed them, they would show their beautiful, their original beauty. Such a beautiful lady. Why? Why such a beautiful girl would want to jump off the building? That's really such a pity. So that's why I'm living my life in dreams. That the real life and the spirit life, the life of the spirit world are all mixed. Now let's talk a little bit about Lamdre. Hindrances due to not recognizing the start of affinity. When the mind is greatly stable, the hindrances are due to not recognizing the start of affinities. The mind qi gathers at the secret areas, cha, character, etc. It arises to the adverse phenomena of being beaten by yaksas and meat eaters, etc. The protection method is as stated in the verse, start from other starts of affinities. Protect using the other starts of affinity generated at the cha character at the secret area generated by the mind qi. Recognize the meditation to dispel the hindrances of meditation. Recognize the hindrances to dispel the demonic hindrances. Transform the faults to obtain merits. By recognizing and comprehending the hindrances, they are transformed into attainments. This is dispelling the hindrances. In sum, protect by recognizing and relying on the other starts of affinities. All eradication of hindrances need to be classified as such, and the methods of protecting include the 8 protection methods. So recognizing the hindrances, then you can dispel the hindrances. For example, for this Wuhan's coronavirus, it has the start of affinity. So you need to know the reason that results in this Wuhan coronavirus. And when you eliminate this start of affinity, then you can eliminate the Wuhan coronavirus so that it doesn't recur. So that's what it meant. Although the hindrance appears, although the hindrance is an adverse affinity, but when you use this hindrance to eliminate the hindrance, then your power will increase. So in terms of meditation, if you recognize the meditation, then you can eliminate the hindrances to meditation. You need to know and comprehend what is meditation. Then you can eliminate the hindrances to meditation. So what is meditation? Simply said, I would like to say, when Grandmaster was painting the giant painting right here, I was very focused on painting. I didn't have time to speak. My concentration was completely on the painting. Painting the fish, the lotus leaves, to show that they are the lotus leaves, the lotus blossoms, the dragonfly, the sky, the fish, the swimming fish at the bottom. So layer by layer. So like painting the lotus leaf, you don't just do it randomly with the brush. You want to understand, to keep some blank spaces. So you need to conjure the image in your brain. Fish, on top of it, the lotus leaves, on top of the leaves are the lotus blossoms, and on top of the blossom, a dragonfly, above the dragonfly, the sky. After you conjure the image, and then you paint the posture of the fish. They are very lively, not a dead looking fish. And for the lotus leaves, you want to leave some blank spaces, which part you want to brush and which part you don't, so that in your mind it expresses the look of the lotus leaves. And the blossoms, some are open, some are in buds. So one soul lotus blossom as the focus, the focal point, and you have the image already in your brain. And how to paint the lotus blossom so that it's quite showy. You need to use a deep or thick color to the thin or light color in order to make it beautiful. So I use full concentration to create that painting. And at that time it was called meditation because you're very focused. So do you know what is meditation? When you don't think of other things, you just think of one thing, of painting. I did not listen to anything that Jennifer Zhou, attorney, was talking about. She was talking, but I was painting, and I was in full concentration. I was not affected by her speech. So in meditation, when you are focused and in full concentration, that's the state of meditation. Then you can break apart all other hindrances. I will not be bothered, or I will not care about other noises or the speech of other people. That's complete concentration. Once you comprehend meditation, truly, then you can dispel all the hindrances around. But if you don't know about meditation, you don't know how to concentrate, then you would definitely be affected by your surroundings. That's for sure. So first you learn to be focused. That's the start of meditation. And then you learn about trakcho, which is cutting off. And then toggle, which is leaping over. You leap over everything. You transcend it. Every night, when I'm in union with Amitabha Buddha, in a split of a second, I would become Amitabha Buddha, and then Avalokitesvara Mahastama Prapta on my two sides. And in the sky, there are the reflected, there are the Amitabha, Avalokitesvara Mahastama Prapta too. And when she sprinkled the nectar water on me, you would feel it. And when Mahastama Prapta used her flower bud to radiate light on me, I would also feel it. And when Amitabha Buddha's lotus radiate the precious rays of lights, I also could feel it. I also had some spiritual experience. And at that moment, the house and all my worries, they were all dispelled and disappeared. So you have eliminated all the hindrances. Once you know about meditation, then you would be able to dispel and remove all these hindrances. About the Wuhan coronavirus, in the world, the one that rejected the entrance of Chinese is the old friend of Chinese, which is North Korea. And when China is in need of face masks, and the one who denied selling face masks to China is Taiwan. And the one who helped finding the cure and the vaccination to it is China's rival, United States. And the one who support China is Japan. And the one who helped researching the cure of the virus is German. This is how the world is. Between friends and foes or enemies, they are all ever-changing. There's no eternal enemy or eternal friends. Like spiritual cultivators like us, we can sacrifice ourselves to go to Wuhan. And to those, for me, to those people who are completely unknown to me, I can give them blessings. If you don't go to Korea, then you would be safe from a sinking boat, because there was one time that there was a boat sinking. Also in Thailand. If you don't go to Indonesia, then you would be spared from the tsunami. If you don't go to Japan, then you'll be safe from the earthquake. There was a huge earthquake once there. If you don't go to Syria, then you're safe from the war. And you don't go to Malaysia, then you're safe from the missing Malaysian airline plane. If you don't go to Australia, then you're safe from the forest fire. And if you don't go to Wuhan, then you're safe from the coronavirus. Thinking about it, because we don't have money, we have been safe from many calamities. So now, I would like to let you know that it's really nice not to have any money. In China, during this Chinese New Year, everybody is delaying returning to work. And someone said that the other day when I got up, that my vacation is 5 days. And then the other day I got up and there were 7 days left in my holiday. And then one day I woke up that I have a 1 month holiday. I don't dare to sleep again. Otherwise, if I open my eye the next time, then maybe I would retire, don't have to go to work anymore. Because nowadays it's impossible to go back to work, to go back to Beijing, to go back to Nanjing, to go back to Shanghai. Impossible, so that's why they're all on vacation. These are all cause and effect. Xiao Ming told Xiao Li, let me go to your house to wish a Happy New Year. Hey, I love you, you love me, but for this year, there's no need to come and back and forth. Because if you come to my house, I would be nervous. If I go to your house, you would be panicky because the face masks are all sold out. No more face mask. Also not in America. And it hikes in price. How much? It was $2 each before, now it's $10 each. Even if you have bought it, if you send it, say, to Taiwan or anywhere, it will be confiscated. Is that right? Is it true? It's stolen. Stolen by the postman. Just cannot get it.
今年最创意的春联是什么呢？上联是猪肉永远没有想到，他居然败给了口罩。
The most popular couplets this day is that the pork will never think that the mass is more hot than the pig, than the pork, and the mass never knew that it becomes the commodity for the Chinese New Year. And on top, it's like the new thing in the year of the rat. So for this kind of things, we can only pray to the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas to be compassionate toward the sentient beings. Although we know the start of the divinity, we recognize it and to eliminate it, and then we will not have natural disasters and calamities created by humans. That's all for today. Om Mani Padme Hum.
非常感谢法王圣尊莲生活佛宝贵的法语开示，请唱诵组准备。雷藏寺有以下
We are very grateful to His Holiness Precious Dharma teachings.
星期日下午3点，法王圣尊莲生活
Tomorrow Sunday at 3 p.m. on February 11th, there would be the Wiskambi Homa fire offering ceremony and the corresponding empowerments. And there would be direct webcasts in both Chinese and English. For details, you can check DBS and the Orachi. And before Homa, starting at 1:30 to 2:10, there will be the book reading of Grandmaster's book number 228. On book number 228, led by Vajramaster Si Lian Lai from Singapore.
详情请参看真佛播业藏网站查询，请唱诵组带领大家唱诵佛号。南无阿弥陀佛。 南无阿 请新皈依者到坛城前长跪，恭请法王圣尊莲生活佛为新皈依者做皈依灌顶。唵咕噜莲山悉地吽，唵咕噜莲山悉地吽，唵咕噜莲山悉地吽，唵咕噜莲山悉地吽，唵咕噜莲山悉地吽，咕噜莲山悉地吽，唵咕噜莲山悉地吽，唵咕噜莲山悉地吽，唵咕噜莲山悉地吽，咕噜莲山悉地吽，唵咕噜莲山悉地吽，唵咕噜莲山悉地吽，唵咕噜莲山悉地吽，唵咕噜莲山悉地吽，唵咕噜莲山悉地吽，唵咕噜莲山悉地吽，唵咕噜莲山悉地吽，唵咕噜莲山悉地吽，唵咕噜莲山悉地吽，唵咕噜莲山悉地吽，唵咕噜莲山悉地吽，唵咕噜莲山悉地吽，唵咕噜莲山悉地吽，唵咕噜莲山。恭请法王圣尊莲生活佛加持大悲咒水即为佛像开光。悉地吽，唵咕噜莲山悉地吽，唵咕噜。
Inviting His Holiness to consecrate Buddha images to bless the great compassion holy water.
请大家起立做大礼拜，礼拜根本传承上师及十方三世一切诸佛。Om Hom。二拜诸菩萨，Om Hom。三拜诸护法金刚，Om Hom。四平等一起手。同学会圆满即将结束了，非常感恩根本传承上师的大加持，感谢师母仁波切、诸位上师、教授师、法师、贵宾同们善心大德的扶持，谢谢大家，阿弥陀佛。我们现在恭请师尊为大家摩顶加持，请大家排成2排。网络直播到此结束，非常感谢大家的收看。We now conclude this live broadcast. Thank you for viewing.